this is the beginning of part 2. Okay, so what we have here now is the risen dough. It's in this container that I had put it in before. I just took it out of the oven and let it sit for a little while. Now I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. Looks quite bubbly. And it's ready to go onto my baking sheet. Now this baking sheet is just an ordinary aluminum sheet that's been loved for quite a while. What I do is I sprinkle it liberally with flour there to keep the bread from sticking. There, make sure I cover it well. This will eventually burn in the stove. It'll turn quite dark, but it's not going to damage the sheet. So the other thing I'm doing is making sure I sprinkle a little bit of flour on top. I don't know if that is necessary, but I've just started dividing it up. You will see that I'm going to use quite a bit of flour for my hands, and I'm moving this out of the way so I don't have to go so far. But take a look. This is almost soupy. And here's what I might use for one loaf. Just take it out. Lift it out as easy and as well as I can, considering how sticky it is. There we go. A little flour. There. And some flour on this side to help me shape it. And now, now I'm going to shape this to give it a nice top. I just fold it into the bottom. Oops, wrong container. I wanted some flour here. And make a nice shape and put it on my baking sheet like this. There we go. And this will become a very nice loaf in the end. Now, number 2. Now you could be a little more careful and make sure that they're all the same size and all exactly the same shape. I figure the most important thing about this bread is not the size and the shape, but the taste. Put them in like this. Here. What you can also do, if you have any dough left over, like I have here, you can take it and roll it into a baguette. There we go. Shape it any way you want. That'll make a delicious baguette. There. Okay, so we've got 5 loaves of different sizes and 1 baguette. And yeah, now I'm going to let this sit for just a little bit And then I'm going to take a knife and score these, and I'll show you how I do that. In the meantime, I have the oven heating up to 350 degrees. So when this is ready, just in a few minutes, I'm going to put that in the oven, and you will see that it will not have risen 100% here. Most of the rising will happen in the oven while it's baking. Okay, that is what's happening now. So, here now we're ready to score the bread and put it into the oven. I've got a knife, a serrated knife, and some hot water here. It's good to have the knife nice and wet because then it doesn't stick. And just pull your way through like that. There. That's all it takes. Now we're going to take this over to the oven. I can't follow it with the camera. You'll just have to take my word for it. And we'll see what happens when we bake it. You can see the slices opening, which means this gives the bread a chance to rise because these things will expand. It's also a good idea to put some water into the oven. I've got this little dish here with hot water, like from the tap. I'm going to place that into the bottom of the oven to keep the crust nice and moist. Here's the result 15 minutes later. This bread looks like it's going to come off relatively easy off the sheet, but in order to facilitate that even more, I'm going to be patient and wait, because as the bread cools, it tends to detach itself so that it lifts off really easy. So it just takes a little bit of patience, and you will have some very nice loaves of bread.